Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Federal government appeals judgment. Hearing to start on Monday. Federal government appeals judgment. Hearing to start on Monday. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the lead counsel for the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu has disclosed that the federal government has issued a notice of appeal and motion for stay of execution to the Court of Appeal's judgment of freeing his client. According to him, the notice that was served late night yesterday on the case lead counsel, Chief Mike Ozekome's son, was due for hearing on Monday, October 24. AN24.net learned that IPOB's counsel explained that the federal government had every right to appeal. It must, however, obey the Court of Appeal's judgment to release Kanu immediately with no conditions. Ejiofor, in a statement titled Update on our today's visit to our indefatigable client, Onyedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, at the DSS headquarters, Abuja, said our strategies towards a successful upsetting of the efficacy of these processes as it affects Onyedu's unconditional release were discussed with him. Which strategies were all acceptable to him, particularly now that the motion for stay of execution was fixed for hearing on Monday, being the 24th day of October 2022. Though the federal government of Nigeria's right of appeal is a constitutional right, it is our firm contention that the federal government of Nigeria must, first and foremost, obey the order of the Court of Appeal, directing for the immediate and unconditional release of Onyedu. The federal government of Nigeria has been in contempt of the positive orders of the court made since October 13, 2022, by the Court of Appeal, which orders clearly discharged Onyedu and prohibited the federal government of Nigeria from further detaining him and or subjecting him to any further prosecution or trial. The law is settled that a party who is in disobedience of a court order cannot be entitled to or be granted the indulgence of the exercise of the equitable discretion of a court of law for stay of execution of the same order the party is in its attempt. Onyedu's legal team, eminently led by our erudite silk, Chief Mike Ozekome's son, is ever ready to literally remove the carpet from under their feet in court come October 24, 2022. There is no doubt whatsoever that this grossly incompetent application for stay of execution is to enable the lawless DSS to gain more time with the continued detention of Onyedu. But their evil plan is dead on arrival because we are equal to the task. The only valid option available to the federal government of Nigeria now is to obey the order made by a very superior court of record and immediately free Onyedu unconditionally. Onyedu is strongly convinced that our landmark victory resonates with the age-long testament that the court is the last hope of the common man. He is firm in his conviction that this landmark victory has come to stay and his freedom is sacrosanct. Ụmụ Chineke are strongly assured that the present development is nothing to worry about. The judgment of the Court of Appeal, freeing Onyedu, has held the federal government of Nigeria in a vice-like grip. There is no chance whatsoever of extrication. Onyedu's freedom is sacrosanct, and the sanctity of the court's pronouncement must be respected by the federal government of Nigeria, and the time is now. Onyedu extended his profound gratitude to you all, Ụmụ Chineke, while encouraging you all to remain fervent in your supplications and prayers. As this travel will soon be a thing of the past, there is already light at the end of the tunnel, Ejiofor said. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the lead counsel for the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led Nnamdi Kanu, has disclosed that a federal government has issued a notice of appeal and motion for stay of execution to the Court of Appeal's judgment of freeing his client. According to him, the notice that was served late night yesterday on the case's lead counsel, Chief Mike Ozekome's son, was due for hearing on Monday, October 24. EN24.net learned that IPOB's counsel explained that the federal government had every right to appeal. It must, however, obey the Court of Appeal's judgment to release Kanu immediately with no conditions. To my dear listeners, I have come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the